Welcome to the St. Charles Family Arena alongside Fred Slow. My name is Joe De Niro, and it's St. Louis Ambush Soccer. Tonight, it's going to be another test, Fred Slow, against the 2-0 Chicago Mustangs. Of course, the Ambush coming in at 0-2. Lost their first home game last weekend, 5-3. A nice push towards the end of the game, but they let the Tacoma Stars put in 5 goals. They can't do that tonight if they want to be successful. And this Chicago Mustang team, as we mentioned, 2-0. They beat the Cedar Rapids team twice in a row. One game went into overtime, so they've done well, but they've also been very, very close games. And looking forward to home game number 2 here at the St. Charles Family Arena. A lot of changes coming up. One, and it's a very good one. Ross McGregor, number 77, the good lad, who joined us last week on the broadcast.
Is he 77 tonight? I thought he was 14.
He will be in uniform, sir.
I think he's wearing 14 tonight.
Is he wearing
though.
14 tonight?
Yeah, he said 77. They heard 7 plus 7.
Aha, that's exactly what I meant, sir.
Chicago Mustangs not afraid of a little familiarity early in the season. They had the 2 games against the Cedar Rapids Rampage, and now 2 games in a row. It's a little home-and-home series this weekend for the Mustangs in the Ambush.
Not easy. They'll head to Chicago after tonight.
It's going to be mid-afternoon tomorrow, so that's at 3:05 kickoff. After this weekend, the Ambush and the Mustangs will clash only one more time this regular season. That'll be this February. I guess it'll be February 10th if I had to look at the schedule. But this is the 3rd game for both teams, like you said. The Mustangs with that 2-0 record, the Ambush at 0-2. And if you thought last week against Danny Waltman was tough for the Ambush, it doesn't let up this week at all with Jesus Flores.
Yep.
He doesn't miss a minute all year. His bones are made of adamantium. The guy plays every single second, and he plays it well.
Very good goalkeeper, and on the other side of the field, it'll be Casey Clark getting the start. Did like what we saw from him last week. Most of the goals that were scored against him were, in fact, you could make a case for every one of them. Not a whole lot he can do. He did give up 1 rebound on the first goal, but the other 4 goals were rockets. But he did show some signs of being able to get the offense going with his feet. Made some big saves in a timely fashion, so we'll see if he can continue that. A couple of changes on the roster this week. Unfortunately, Corey Adamson is out with that ankle injury. He went down late in the game last week. He's not going to make it. Also, Daniel Burko is not in the lineup tonight either, number 26, who scored. Ian Garrett played last week. He is out. Victor France, who we've yet to see. Greg Kranz is out as well. Everybody else you should be seeing tonight. Of course, Lucas Almeida, Dylan Hundelt, still injured, so we won't see those guys for quite some time. Hopefully the next time we come around to a home game, they'll be back in uniform. But it should be very, very interesting tonight, and the Chicago Mustangs are a team that you always have to account for, because they're the type of team that no matter who's out there, they can put the ball in the back of the net. And just looking over some of these statistics, they've got 2 guys with 5 goals, and they have 1 player with 4 goals already. And that is kind of a tough task. And when you look at
Taylor Bond and Efrain Martinez, Willow as the kids call him, the 10 total goals together. So if you're the St. Louis Ambush this week, what you want to do is it's emphasis on those top 2 guys, and then obviously that whole first line. I mean, it's just an outstanding little ball club. And like you said, it's been 2 1-goal victories over Cedar Rapids so far this season. But they're guys that you can absolutely key on. So if you're able to shut down that offensive threat, and like I said, get 1 or 2, because Flores has given up a few already this year. He's given up a goal. And if you can get there and put on that pressure and shut down those guys, the St. Louis Ambush are going to have a real opportunity this year, tonight, to bring that record to 1 and 2 and kind of put that first win in the Central, which is huge, because in my opinion, the Central is the most aggressive and competitive division in all of MASL.
Well, we talked about how tough the Chicago Mustangs are. They're so tough that the Ambush have never beaten them here at home. The only time they won was a couple of years ago, November 22nd, back in the 2014 season. They won 8-7. And so we're going to have to see if they can grind it out and get that first victory against the very talented Chicago Mustang team. And again, they just throw a lot of offense at you, and you have to be aware. You've got to have all 5 guys back on defense, because if you get caught on a 2-on-1 or a 3-on-2, a lot of times the Chicago Mustangs can make it look really silly. So we'll see what they bring tonight. It's going to be another interesting game. And another thing we talked about too, Fred Slow, is last week this team, a lot of new faces and a lot of veterans, as we mentioned, that are out. And so this team really hasn't found their chemistry yet. So hopefully tonight they'll take another step towards that, and we'll be able to see how Tony Glavin's team responds to yet another difficult challenge here at home. We now get set for tonight's national anthem, and we'll be back right after this.
Okay, fans, now it's time for the full throttle screen printing player t-shirt.
All right, we're getting you set for kickoff here live from the Family Arena. Again, it's the 2-0 Chicago Mustangs against your 0-2 St. Louis Ambush.
From now through halftime.
And we'll get you set for all the live action as we get ready for the kick. Again, thank you to those who are watching us on YouTube on MASL TV. You can check out the home and away games. Every ambush game you'd like to see is on YouTube at MASL TV.
I tell you what an upgrade that has been as well. The YouTube channel for MASL is just top notch. You can catch all the exciting action from around the league. You can watch your ambush at home. If you're not at the Family Arena, you can watch them on the road, and that's where they're going to be tomorrow when they go to Chicago next week. I know they're in Milwaukee, and then the ambush are going to return home. That's going to be December the 9th when they face the Florida Tropics, owned by the former St. Louis Ambush owner, Andrew Haynes.
Should be very interesting.
The hated Andrew Haynes, the rival. No, I'm just kidding there. He's looked lovely upon here in the city. But, yeah, it's exciting to see the team go on the road and play well, and then obviously come home and in the first matchup in MASL history between those two teams. So that'll be on that'll be on December the 9th.
And it'll be nice to show them what they're missing.
Yeah.
How about that? That's it. I fired the first salvo. And again, that game will be a little different start time on that one. 7:35. And again, you can go to familyarena.com for tickets. You can show up at the Family Arena or stlewisambush.com. And again, we mention it every game, every year, and we wouldn't say it if it weren't true. It doesn't get more affordable for family fun than coming down here and checking it out.
And here we are, obviously, at the opening kickoff. The venue it's just filled up nicely, and there are a ton of kids here, and it's a holiday weekend, and maybe you're in town and you just want to hang out with the family and have a good time. Well, this is the place to do it. We're about to be underway here in St. Charles.
Chicago will start with the kickoff as we get set here in quarter number 1. And Bond will be the guy to get it started. That's a guy you got to watch out for. We mentioned him in the pregame. The ambush are set. Chicago Mustangs are set. Hopefully all of you are ready on YouTube and MASL TV. And here we go. Chicago with the ball. Just underway here at the Family Arena. And this Chicago team can work the ball down deep. One of the things you have to look out for. Very, very talented. So they go back to their keeper.
I believe I failed to mention it before the kickoff, but Edwin Rojas, who's just going to play all night, and you're not going to be able to stop him and anything he's doing out there. So keep an eye on this Mustangs team.
They're controlling possession now. Pichardo goes far side there. Ambush doing a good job of not giving up too much yet, but watch out here. Shot, and their first shot is a goal. And I'll go ahead and say it now. That's one that Casey Clark has got to stop.
Is that Taylor Bond?
And we'll get a look at the replay here in just a second. Nothing fancy.
Well, and it's an early jump for the Chicago Mustangs, just 14:23 left in the first.
As you see here, Vaca.
Well, that's his first goal of the season, but not the first goal of his career. Miguel Vaca is known to score often and score heavily when he does. So it would be bad for the St. Louis Ambush if Vaca picked it up early in this game.
And watch out here, Clark. Good job to come off his line and get that ball. And the ambush finally with possession. Good to see Corey Dow back in. That's one player we did not mention at the outset. He is back in tonight. Didn't play either of the first two games. And here's Clark trying to get something to go offensively. Kostakis, a little too heavy for Dow.
Well, Corey had been battling a hamstring. Watching him bounce back is important.
And the ambush having trouble keeping it out of their own zone here. Chicago. Mijatovic there with the 1-goal lead and with possession. 13:22 left in this first quarter. And it's been all Chicago so far. And here they come again. Clark off his line. Does a good job there. Mattingly now trying to get desperately out of his own end. He's guarded there. Watch Bond. And now here's Bentlinger. Bentlinger, first break for the ambush. Across the yellow line. Into the corner. Takata in front. They score! Oh, what a play! And what a job by the ambush. And that's Kojakov. Number 8 with the goal. Beautiful setup. And a really nice job there by the ambush. As we get a look at it on the replay. And that was all Cody Blentlinger. Blentlinger, nice job to Takata. Takata just slides it in front. And wide open is Kojakov. And that's his first professional goal.
Well, there you go.
And that's big.
Yeah, that is big. That's that momentum shift we talk about where you have to go out there and you have to answer the call. So it was opportunity plus response, and you get outcome, and the St. Louis Ambush have knotted it up at 1. 12:35 remaining here in the first.
Boy, that is so big, too, Fred Slow, because not only did they not have any pressure, that the ambush hadn't had any shots up until that point.
Right.
And it's good to see the first one go in. Boy, did they need that. That is a big, big shot in the arm for the St. Louis Ambush.
Well, it's good. It's a match game. Oh, here's a
ball
turnover.
stolen here. Careful. Rebound. Clark gets knocked off. Oh, good block there. A beautiful block by Contreras. And back come the ambush. Blentlinger again. Gets the play started. And the ambush trying to get something going here. Big drive. That one's going to go wide. And into the corner. Ball is finally corralled by the Chicago Mustangs. And that's Garcia. Back to live play. Again, 1-1. A very nice setup. And again, you can't give enough credit to the man who made that whole play happen. And that was Cody Blentlinger, number 12. We didn't see him last week. It's good to see him tonight. Ross McGregor, his first shift, number 14. Trading in the number 77. I'm going to miss the 2 sevens, quite
No,
frankly.
well, it's going to be on the comeback. He's going to have it later in the year.
Here's Kentaro Takata. He's going to go far side. The ambush had been hemmed in pretty much this entire first quarter. Clark, the new ambush goalkeeper, trying to get it to Richard Schmerman. Good job there. Rojas gets dumped, no call. And watch out here. Nice steal there by Ross McGregor.
Is he a defenseman? Is he a forward? Where does Ross McGregor play on the field?
It doesn't matter, because wherever the ball is, that's where Ross is.
He is both ways.
Rojas back to his keeper.
Everybody clap your hands.
And with 10.5 minutes left in the first quarter, the Ambush have tied this one at 1 against this very dangerous Chicago Mustang team. Here's Richard Schmerman in his own end.
A couple touches earlier for Richard. He's playing out of his mind right now, leading the Ambush with 3 goals.
That ball is stolen. And watch out here.
Oh,
a couple of moves in front. Oh, what a sliding save there by
Casey Clark, the nice save.
And then
Clark gets a save.
Martinez picks it out of the air, and Clark was quick to recover.
And that's Blentlinger again. He's been all over the place with the block.
Moving quickly, moving well.
Kojakov trying to split 2 defenders. Gets dumped. No call. And it's Mitchell Garcia. Garcia's going to slow it down to Takata. With 9:45 left, the Ambush doing a good job of possession here.
Well, and that's part of this approach, isn't it? Because you want to keep the ball obviously away from the Mustangs' attackers.
And their transition game is so
that's
quick
tough.
too.
That's all right. Takata, what you do, you're setting tone there.
Takata gets rung up for the foul there.
You can play with the upper body, but what you cannot do is you cannot extend the arms. Do not get them away from the body.
Not very often.
No, and that's where you're going to get caught
That's
up.
Garcia who gets dumped. This is Beard with the restart. In deep, very dangerous. Bond working there. Couple of moves. Nice job by Takata. Takata with a block.
Yeah.
Trying to get this one up to Contreras. A nice steal there, but Takata gets it back, and here come the ambush.
3-on-2.
Drive and a save. Takata gets bumped off the ball. No call there. It's ambush ball. And a good job for the Ambush to kind of put it into third gear here.
Some fresh bodies come on for the
pick up the pace.
Ball fans, put your
And
hands
Kentaro
together,
Takata
let's get a
blocks
big goal.
one in his own end and then starts to play back at the other end.
That's a
Good
play.
job there. Here's Stefan San Luis. Let's get him turned loose tonight. He's not going to get that.
It's going to be a no call.
It's a good non-call. Nice job by Ross McGregor.
Don't question his athleticism.
This is Chris
Here's the
Mattingly.
captain.
Mattingly. San Luis. Mattingly. Left foot in front. That's a handball.
That's a handball.
Are they going to call it?
Yep. And the box there, it is blue card.
It is. It's the handball. Good job by the referee to see that. And I can't see who that is, but the player falling backwards stopped the ball on the line, but he did get it with his arm. It wasn't intentional, but it's still a handball.
Yes, Pichardo. Carlos Pichardo, yeah. He's going to go.
Yep. And that's a very, very good call there. So this is going to be a penalty shot for the St. Louis Ambush.
That's actually Miguel Vaca. That's my mistake.
Vaca, okay.
No, I had it. Oh, my God. I'll never question myself again, Joe.
It's Pichardo. You're right. You had it right the first time.
Classic me.
And again, it wasn't intentional, but he kind of slipped on the ball when he fell back.
Corralled it into his body.
Yep. As we see there with the replay.
Good little effort there by the captain, Chris Mattingly, putting it just on goal. Because that's how you get opportunities. You got to put it where the other team doesn't want it to be.
Stefan San Luis.
Most exciting play in professional sports right here.
Mano Imano. San Luis shoots, scores! He goes top shelf. Beautiful shot by Stefan San Luis. Man, can he get some force behind that soccer ball.
If you want to see what 70 miles per hour looks like when he kicks the ball, it's right there. That's a St. Louis goal for the St. Louis Ambush, but like we said, the captain Chris Mattingly made that one happen with that strong left foot earlier throwing it at the goal. So with 8:20 left in the first period, the St. Louis Ambush have captured their first lead of the game, 2-1 against Chicago Mustangs.
And Jesus Flores, no shot at that ball. Unless he read it perfectly, and that's really, really tough to do. 2-1, St. Louis Ambush. Who would have thought with 8:10 left in the game or in the first quarter, I should say. We just started. Can't be the game for Edslow. In front, nice job to clear by the ambush.
There you go,
Kojakov gets dumped here.
Mustangs foul number 4.
By Beard. And
well, they're going to say
they're going to say it's a handball on the ambush. Careful here, big drive in front goal.
I don't like that at all.
That was a very fast restart, I should say. And we'll watch it on the replay. The ambush, we're still trying to figure out whose ball it was. And Chicago took advantage there.
Well, Tony Glavin is not going to be happy
restart.
about that.
And here's your replay.
Yeah, Kojo wasn't even set, and Martinez is going to play it out in front.
And I believe that goal
is
Rojas. Yep, that's going to be Oswaldo. And that's his 5th of the year.
So the ambush are going to take a timeout to talk this one over, and we're going to give you a second to talk about it at home. You're listening to St. Louis Ambush Soccer on YouTube, MASL TV.
Back to action we go as this game is tied at 2 apiece. The goal there by Oswaldo Rojas. That's his 5th of the year.
Not without its controversy.
Yeah, that restart was a little quick, but they took advantage of it. The refs said go ahead. The ambush was trying to figure out what was going on. You see San Luis with some pressure there.
And misplayed a little bit there.
On Flores. And watch Martinez there. Here's Pepe for the ambush, wearing number 28. Stefan San Luis. Oh, big drive, and that one goes just wide of the far post. Kostakis now back in front. Bond there, and Martinez blocks it. Pepe giving chase. He gets the ball, but then a nice job by the Chicago defense. And watch out here. Good job by Casey Clark to come out. This ball goes all the way back, and it's going to go into the net. Oh, my.
Well, that's a pretty goal by the prettiest guy on the field, Taylor Bond.
Wow.
I tell you what, Taylor Bond is Chad Vandergriff good looking. That's an unfortunate bounce for the St. Louis Ambush, and
I don't know exactly what that. Oh, okay. It's a team something shirt, I believe.
Yeah, team something.
Juvie.
Here it is on the replay.
He's supporting somebody in the crowd.
Oh, very cool.
Oh boy, talk about an imperfect deflection for the ambush and a perfect one for Chicago. And that is a tough way to be down 3-2. Casey Clark now to Richard Schmerman. Out of his own end. Takata. Overruns it there for a second. Now back to his keeper. Casey Clark. Clark to Schmerman. Schmerman now. Far side. 6.5 minutes left. Chicago up 3-2. And the ambush trying to get something else going here. Took a 2-1 lead. They were down 1-0. Came back to tie with their first shot of the game. They find themselves on a very unlucky deflection, down 3-2.
Well, and this is the juxtaposition of the sport, isn't it? Because last week here against Tacoma Stars, it took us all the way till late in the third. Oh, here's an opportunity for the ambush. Played in front, head ball. Garcia, is that Bollinger?
He's played well so far.
Oh, Blentlinger, that's my mistake.
Yep. Cody Blentlinger.
Oh,
Harrisonville, Missouri. And here's Chicago.
Played
Blocked
up and
there
out
by Cody Kostakis.
Just to finish that thought, Joe, it was deep into the third against Tacoma last week before we saw 3 goals, and here we are early in the first, and that's you got to come early and you got to watch the whole game, because this thing here can be high scoring and action packed, and that's exactly what we've had here tonight.
Another player to watch, Dos Santos.
Oh yeah, he can run.
For the Chicago Mustangs. And again, this is a team that they just wear you down. And you got to be so cognizant of where everybody is at any given time. Because before you know it, there's 3 guys behind you, and it's a 3-on-1. Here's Garcia. The ambush now.
Did you know, Joe, that Flores and Vaca have been with the team since their first game 5 years ago?
I do now.
Yeah.
Look at you, knowing how to read.
Long in the tooth, these two.
Very good players, too.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, oh, boy. Fun to watch. Not so much tonight when they're playing our team, but they are fun to watch.
Thank you to Mustangs fan Daniel Bartel for that little snippet.
Big drive here and a block there by Martinez. This one is going to go up and over. That's going to be ambush ball. 4:41 left in the first. Ambush chasing one.
Quick restart.
Oh, look at this shot. Wow. Kojakov making his presence early. Boy, he volleys that one out of the air and just missed the far side.
If we get a crossbar, if we get a replay on that, you're going to see it's just inches away from the highlight of the year.
Wow. Jesus Flores never even saw it. And with 4:25 left, here's Chicago. Watch Martinez.
Oh yeah, he can change the game.
Cody Kostakis up the far boards in front of his own bench. And Chicago really good at playing possession ball. And then they just seem to get that timely pass to get by you.
Yeah.
And it's a 2 or 3-on-2 break.
Well, and their guys are so skill-based. Here's the replay on that one-timer.
Look at that volley. Wow, that just missed. It's a shame we didn't have an outdoor soccer goal on that end, because that's in most goals. Heck of a play there. 3:43 left in the first quarter. Ambush down 3-2. Garcia with a nice steal. And Contreras is going to go back to his keeper, Casey Clark. Casey Clark, one of the 2 new goalkeepers here for the St. Louis Ambush this year. Into the corner. Stefan San Luis
played up and out of bounds.
And that'll be a Chicago restart in their own end.
Hey fans, join Ambush players at the next Ambush Booster Club gathering on Monday, December 12th.
So a restart deep in the Chicago zone. 3:22 left. 3-2 Chicago Mustangs over the St. Louis Ambush. This has been a wild first quarter. And here comes Jesus Flores to spark a little offense for the Mustangs. Vaca now near side, being hounded there by Chris Mattingly. And now Chicago gets it deep. Off the
played perfectly.
Near boards. And luckily the ambush there to do a nice job to send it all the way back to midfield. That's Pepe. And Ross McGregor. Nice give and go there. Into the corner it goes. Watch out here. Very dangerous, the Chicago team. Big shot. Goes wide. Miscommunication there, but the ambush finally clear it from the box. Chicago still with the ball. Vaca, couple of moves, turns, shoots, blocked by Mattingly. And Milotovic looking for a return pass there. Good job by the ambush to snuff that out. 2:18 left in the first quarter. Ambush down 3-2. But Chicago not done yet. As that's Ortega. Ortega doing a good job here to keep possession. Takes on 2 defenders there.
Yeah.
Finally loose in front. And Kentaro Takada.
That's how you use your body.
Here
right
he
there.
comes. Very nice play to shield that ball.
Ross settles it.
And Garcia will wait for new troops. Here's one of them, Richard Schmerman. Far side. Ambush down by a goal. 1:41 left in the first quarter. Martinez far side, and that's going to be an easy call to make as he gets tripped up.
Yeah, Blutlinger takes him down. Is there anyone prettier in the open field than Martinez?
He can really play.
He can dance.
Very, very smooth.
When a player commits 4 fouls in the same half,
1:37 left, and Chicago looking for one last scoring opportunity here. The ambush trying to do the same. Both players get tied up, and that one's going to be ambush ball. As Rojas gets rung up there on Garcia.
Joe, I may have missed it, and if you know, please fill me in, but I haven't seen Camarena tonight. Has he been in the, you know if he's in the lineup tonight? I've
not seen him as well.
I have not either.
I think he is a scratch, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
1:10 left. First quarter. Rojas tries to get it to Martinez. Here's Cody Kostakis. Head of steam. He decides to slow it down a little bit to Chris Mattingly. Stefan San Luis comes on. Takada on for the ambush too. That's going to be up and over. And Richard Schmerman trying to just hit that off the corner glass. Got a little too much of it. And with 51 seconds left, the ambush going to try and see what they can do to tie this game up. Martinez, nice move, and he goes flying into the air. Gets the call with 44 seconds left. Contreras on that one. And another restart for Chicago. Here's Jesus Flores for Chicago. Try and get something going. Here's Ortega. He's crafty with the ball. All the way down to the other zone. Nice job there by Casey Clark to jump up and pick it out of the air. 27 seconds left in the first quarter. Ambush down by 1, 3-2 to the Chicago Mustangs. Clark and Garcia going to play catch, and with 15 seconds left, the ambush has got to hurry here. Stefan San Luis, he's going to draw a couple of defenders. 5 seconds. Schmerman, big drive and a save there by Flores, and that should do it for the end of the first quarter. And Chicago scored first and they scored last. They lead this one 3-2 over the St. Louis Ambush. Alongside of Fred Slow, my name is Joe De Niro. We'll take a short break and we'll be back with quarter number 2. You're listening and watching Ambush Soccer on YouTube on MASL TV.
Many days coming up on Sunday, December 18th.
And back we are as you see the last play of the first quarter there. A nice save by Jesus Flores. Ambush down 3-2. First goal of the game was from Chicago. Ambush tied it up on a really, really nice play. And very nice to see the fact that a guy that we didn't get to see at all last week, Cody Blentlinger, started that play. And Kojakov had a very, very nice goal as he moved in front, was wide open, and that tied it at 1. And Stefan St. Louis scored for the Ambush on a penalty kick. They were up 2-1 for a little bit. Chicago came back and tied it. And then Taylor Bond has just put them up by a score of 3-2 here as we get set for the second quarter. Although, Fred, I don't think you can run and gun very often with the Chicago Mustangs. I'm really liking the pace of this game, the fact that it's back and forth. And it hasn't been, well, if you want to say you can tilt it towards the Chicago end of the field. They have had the lion's share of the possessions, but the Ambush have been able to hang with them, and that's what you're going to have to do, because if you let this Mustang team get 3, 4, 5 goals ahead of you, it's a long uphill climb to try and get back.
It just seems like they have endless legs, doesn't it? Because we're talking about how the guys that regularly contribute, and Camarena is actually on the field now, and I don't remember seeing him in the first quarter. So
I didn't either, and that's kind of odd. I thought he was scratched, but there he is.
Yeah, and I think it's just an emphasis on just how willing this Mustangs team is to, go 15 deep. Like they're not afraid to play that whole bench, and they absolutely do. So the Ambush here chasing 1 at the start of the second, and Ross McGregor with possession.
Casey Clark, and as you said, Camarena, that's another guy that you have to keep track of where he is on the field. There aren't many players on the Chicago Mustang team that aren't dangerous.
There you go, Ross.
Ross McGregor in front. Nice save there by Flores. Ambush.
Oh, I don't
going to get called for the foul. That's Kojakov.
Okay.
Who nearly scored on a beautiful volley earlier, hit the crossbar.
That'd have been one, wouldn't it?
Would have been nice to see for a couple of different reasons.
Got his first professional goal earlier tonight, almost got his first professional highlight.
Absolutely. And now Flores is going to come out, try and move the offense a little bit. Apparently not to his liking. He's trying to get the players in shape there. McGregor steals the ball momentarily, and then Martinez will take it back. That's going to be into the third row.
Yeah.
Don't think he meant to do that. Surprised to see that.
Yeah, not a lot of miscues from
he and his goalkeeper are jawing at each other a little bit. Why did you do that? I didn't mean to do that. Well, you still did it.
All you can do is apologize.
I can guess that's what they were saying.
And then immediately played out of bounds by the Ambush. It's a chess game, chess match.
Can't do that. And watch it. Here's Bond.
Oh, he's good looking.
Bond, good player too. Gotta look out.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Good looking player.
That's right. To the left, turns. Takata, nice job to get for the moment, and a good job by the Ambush to finally clear it. But they're on their heels here in their own zone. Nice job there by Richard Schmerman to head that ball out of play.
Well, he's got length, and he had to use all of it right there.
And back to Flores it goes. Chicago Mustangs with a 3-2 lead, 13:06 left in the second quarter. Ambush have had a couple of nice chances to tie it, and at one point to even take the lead, albeit briefly. Haven't been able to capitalize. Good job by Smurman there.
Oh, that's how you play with your body. I love that. Get in there, Richard.
And he gets the call, too.
Doesn't he? I mean, because he had the positioning. I mean, that's good. That is good fundamental soccer.
And here he comes on the far boards. Takata at midfield.
Oh,
tries to get this ball to Kojakov.
Little misplay.
Stolen there, and back to Flores. He's going to kick it up the wing. Takara gets dumped. They're not going to call anything there. And Chicago will retain possession. Flores near side. Martinez at midfield looking for something. Makes one move. Kostaka's still there with him. Into the corner he goes. Big drive there, and Casey Clark with a one-handed save. Another drive, and that ball luckily goes high. Ambush have to be careful here. A couple of good chances for Chicago. 12:02 left. They've got a chance if they hurry. Garcia in front, a little too strong for Contreras. But back to Cody Kostakis. Off the boards he goes, and it weakly goes back to the keeper, Flores. And the Ambush trying to get a little something going there.
You'd love to see Contreras just crash there and play that one off the rear dasher.
Yeah, and it just, they got aggressive there for a second. It almost seemed to let up.
And it's a little spurt, because right now we're watching the Chicago Mustangs offense, and you watch how they spread it out and they move around the field, and there's a lot of motion from guys away from the ball.
They create their own space, don't they? Here's Bond being hounded there. And he's going to go all the way back far side. And a couple of more moves, almost a handball there, no call. Ambush bench doesn't like it. 11:05 left in the second quarter. Here's Flores, the keeper, creeping up towards midfield. Nice move there by number 5. That's Ortega. And luckily, Casey Clark is able to pick that one up. Pepe, number 28, for the Ambush. And be careful here.
It's a good pass.
Far side, Mattingly. Back to Pepe it goes. He's got a head of steam. To the yellow line. One move. Good defense there, and look out. Here comes Chicago, and thank you, Mr. De La Cruz, for slowing that one down. He was late on a shift, or else he would have had a 3-on-2, possibly the other way. 10:18 left in the second quarter. Ambush still down 3-2. And here is Flores. Far side. That's into Rojas. Rojas loses the ball, and back comes Kojakov. Dangerous pass there, but Garcia made a nice move. A little delay there, gave him some extra space. And here's Takada. Back to Casey Clark. Ambush trying to get out of their own end. They finally do. Here's Schmerman. He's far side. 9:45 left in the quarter. Good job by the Ambush to keep possession here. Into the corner it goes, a little too strong. And a nice job there.
A little dangerous play. Rojas got underneath the Corey Dow there.
And the Ambush on a restart. McGregor, Kostakis, Garcia, Mattingly, and Kojakov. Ross lets that one go. Moves in. Nice job to get that ball.
All your shot, kids.
Followed it up. Looked like he was going to give himself another chance, but he's late on a shift as well, and we're going to get some new troops. Mattingly still on there with Kostakis. Goes back.
Stefan St. Louis.
To San Luis. That's a guy that can make some things happen.
Chris Mattingly, an ageless wonder. Seems like he's been out there all night.
This is a long one for Mattingly. And if those of you folks out there that don't think a 4 or 5 minute shift is a long one, try and run as hard as you can for 4 or 5 minutes. See how far you get.
120 seconds is about mad that you're going to get here.
Oh, Clark has got to be careful. Gives this one away. I think he thought the referee was one of his teammates. Luckily, the Ambush get back in time, but they're not out of trouble. Martinez, a nice move there. Big drive, and that one goes wide from Bond. Stefan St. Louis doing a nice job here. It's a 3-on-2 for the Ambush.
Cody
Blintlinger turns, shoots,
Good
and he waited
effort.
just a little too long. And it was a nice job by Chicago to come back.
Flores there closing.
And here's what they do to you. They pick your pocket in their own end, and they come right back. As you see Martinez flopping around there. Big save, Casey Clark on Bond. And the Ambush trying to get out of their own zone, and they look like they're finally going to be able to, as Clark made a heck of a save there.
Great lateral movement by C Squared as he's able to get in front. Ooh, quick opportunity from the Ambush. Up front.
Kojakov tries to turn in, and that ball was taken away nicely. That's number 4 for the Chicago Mustangs, Ephraim Beard, and he did a nice job to kick that one off Kojakov, and I think we're going to have a timeout.
It's like a Mustang timeout.
7:37 left in the second quarter. The Mustangs still with a 1-goal lead, 3-2. The Ambush have created some more space and given themselves a few extra opportunities to score. And again, I think, Fred, it comes down to just, you can tell these players don't quite know enough about each other yet. because when they're missing on passes and different plays, it's not by much. It's just by inches. But I think that's going to come in time.
I can't hear you.
Yeah,
but again, team chemistry is so huge, especially when you have the number of veterans out like you do for the ambush,
Now be sure to
and the number of new players like you do with the ambush as well.
Yeah, it's a young squad, and we talked about that, and obviously under the new ownership group, Tony Glavin, is now in the ownership, and what they're going to do is they're going to bring in guys now, and they're going to keep these guys for a long time. And whenever Andrew Haynes and those guys went down to Florida, they took a lot of ambush guys with them. They took a lot of players, and now you got guys that are assuming new responsibilities and new roles, and not just on the field but off the field as well. You have to have your leaders. Freddie Musin, he gone. Freddie Musin, he not here no more.
Unfortunately, and that's one of those guys that not only was he really good on the field, but off the field as well, kind of getting the troops together.
And Andre Hayne, he gone. I mean, there's just a group of guys that contributed regularly that are no longer with the team. And what you got is you got guys that are stepping up and they're applying their skill set, like we said, either on the pitch or off. And this team's going to come together, and they're going to do it early. But I'll tell you what it's hard to do is against the Chicago Mustangs.
Yeah, for sure.
Because this is a disciplined team. They have a shot right now to go 3-0 to start the season. Well, hey, the last time they went 3-0 was when they were in the PASL, and they went undefeated, and they won the Ron Newman Cup. So,
not only would they go 3-0, they'd be the first team this season to go 3-0. And let's hope that we can keep them from doing that. Got 7:37 left here in this half. The ambush hanging with the Chicago team, which is good. It's where you want to be. You want it to at least be close. So you can see their taillights. If they start pouring them in, it's a big hill to climb. Moreno. Over to Rojas. Great ball movement here from the Chicago team. Jesus Flores. Ambush trying to press a little bit. And into the ambush zone it goes, and that's going to go over the head of Cody Kostakis and right to Casey Clark. We'll take that one every time. Ambush trying to get out of their own zone. Blentlinger. That's Pepe, my bad. Bond, a little too fast for the ball, but he gets it back. Stolen now, and Pepe comes up with it.
Doesn't have the numbers.
Going to slow it down. Plus, he's late on a shift, and on comes Richard Schmerman. McGregor to Kostakis, a little strong.
Oh, don't get behind him there.
And this one,
Schmerman recovers, plays it back to C-squared.
Is very close to being a breakaway, but Richard Schmerman doing a good job there to turn the Jets on. Big drive there. That one is wide. Nice move, but Ross McGregor right there. Off the boards it goes, but right in front. Turning and shooting. Rebound. And that one's blocked in front as well. So the ambush kind of pinned in their own end. Luckily keeping Chicago from goal number 4 there. 6 minutes left in the half. And the Chicago Mustangs with that 1-goal lead and the ball. Milotovic. It's going to go back to Flores. And a heel ball, nobody there except Ross McGregor. Ross back to his keeper. Back to Ross McGregor. And again, Chicago does such a good job of keeping you in your own end. They just send 2 guys.
Pacing and pressure, and they have both of those things. Here's an opportunity for the ambush.
San Luis. Schmerman tries to put this into the corner. That ball just a little too weak, and a good steal there by Beard. Back they come. Watch out. They've got numbers the other way. In front, and I'm glad he did that. Gave it right to Casey Clark. Here's Stefan San Luis. Oh, and a nice defensive play there by Garcia.
Yeah, Paco Garcia can fly.
Oh, good job there by Mattingly, and
Corey Dowell with the steal.
That's Dowell.
I mean, they both have good-looking haircuts, Joe. That's not your fault.
They go to the same barber.
They do.
4:35 left.
Oh,
Kostakis sent flying. And
Mustangs foul number 3.
Bajatovic.
Well, and what it is he's from Elmhurst, and Elmhurst won the state title today in football. So he was, a little emulating.
He's following through with his check. Okay. That's fine. You're going to get whistled, but, appreciate your passion. And back comes Chicago again. Again, it's almost like they flip a switch, and they come back so quick. And that's the other thing. You think you clear it, but you don't, because there's 2 red jerseys right there for it.
And I guess we can't restart it here. Yeah, it's a very counterattack offense when it needs to be a counterattack offense. And like I said, when they possess the ball, or let's say Jesus Flores, is holding or whatever, and he's making his way up the field. Yeah, they can take 20 seconds and move around the field and do whatever they want. But whenever they need to strike quickly, the Chicago Mustangs can strike quickly.
Yeah. Very good at stretching the field, too. And you really got to work to out-touch him. Here they go. Right there. Here's that transition game. Bond. He's got Mahatovic in front. That's a big shot by Vodka. Mahatovic in front again, still not out of the zone, and Vaca retains possession.
And like we said, here's that pacing.
There's Camarena. Boy, oh boy.
Yeah, it's high octane and it is flying, and then as soon as they need to, it's student body left.
You don't have much time to think about losing the ball or where you're going to go with it, because they're already thinking a step ahead of you. That's kind of what the ambush has to do. You kind of have to anticipate the next move a little bit.
Well, and like we said, what they do is,
oh, that's a dive. Camarena looked like he was just shot out of a cannon.
Well, and the thing about Takata is he's just so big and so strong.
He is huge, isn't he?
That if he hits you,
yeah, you're going to go flying like
out
that.
Of your own
even
shoes.
If he barely hits you. Like right there, Takata gets tripped.
I don't have his measurables here, but if he's 5'7", $145, I'd be surprised.
You'd be really shocked?
Yeah.
That may be standing in a pail of water.
I'm gonna find it. Hold on.
3 minutes left to the half. And here comes Garcia.
5'7", $161. And
okay.
You know the program lies.
Doesn't exactly scream one-ton truck, does it? 2:42 left in the half.
High scoring first, low scoring second so far. We have no goals from in the second quarter.
Nothing yet. Casey Clark. Again, there's Chicago right on it. Boy, they just beat you to the ball as often as they can. 2:20 left now. Ambush trying to tie this one up. There's a giveaway. Cody Kostakis tries to make a move there. And good defense that time by Rojas.
Oh, nice play here.
Rojas with the ball, midfield. And look out. Back comes Chicago. In the corner, in front. Oh, how he missed that shot. I don't know. Kicked it wide. Beautiful pass.
It's that lateral movement from Clark. He gets over, and he doesn't block the shot, but he alters it, and that's enough.
And Ortega doing a very good job.
Oh, turnover.
And here we go again with Chicago. Steele in front. Nice block.
Nice block.
And trying to spring forward.
Good hustle.
It doesn't happen. Here's Vodka. Blentlinger there giving chase. Ortega again. Watch him. Good heel ball. And again, possession is the name of the game. They like that heel. One too many there, but they get the ball back. Overrunning it there is Chicago. That's Beard. And the ambush having trouble trying to get it out of their own end. There is 1 minute left in this half, and here come the ambush.
Cast with a good outlet.
The other way. Oh, and down goes
Contreras.
Kostakis.
Oh, my mistake.
No call there. Back comes Chicago. Here's Bond. He's dangerous.
Oh,
nice
steal.
job to pick his pocket there by Pepe.
And they're
Pepe now slowing it down. 36 seconds left in the half.
this Mustang team is ever pursuant. Like there's a turnover deep there, and it's Bond doesn't get upset. He doesn't get it. You know, it's get the ball, see the ball, get the ball.
They just don't stop.
No.
They're like a bulldog on a stake.
Well, good job from the ambush to control it here. 20 seconds left in the second.
Ooh, San Luis trying to kick that in front to Takata. Unfortunately, it goes too deep, and with 11 seconds left, Jesus Flores.
Oh, enough time
5
here.
seconds left. San Luis, can we get a shot off? Garcia. He goes wide, and that should about do it, and it does. And a good push there towards the end by the ambush. But we've reached halftime, and your score, same score as it was after the first quarter. The Chicago Mustangs still hold a 1-goal lead, 3-2. Alongside Fred Slow, my name is Joe De Niro. We'd like to say hello to you and thanks to all of those who are watching us and listening on YouTube. You can watch all of the home and away games on MASL TV. And we will go over all the stats from the first half and get you set for the second half. Again, the Chicago Mustangs, the visitors, up by a score of 3-2 over your St. Louis Ambush. We'll take a quick break. Back after this with more. You're listening and watching St. Louis Ambush Soccer.
Official accountant of Gilbert.
Getting set here for the second half of St. Louis Ambush soccer, as they are still chasing a 1-goal deficit against the very tough Chicago Mustangs. Mustangs with goals from Oswaldo Rojas, Taylor Bond, and Miguel Vaca. Ambush with a couple of goals. Kojakov, his first ever professional indoor soccer goal, and Stefan San Luis.
Not his first.
No, he has many, many goals. Too many to mention here on this broadcast.
Stefan St. Louis is always a guy who's going to have more fouls than goals. But, yeah, he plays hard. He goes out there.
He's a big man.
Exciting first half. Like we said, it was wall-to-wall there in the first quarter. It was a quick action, fast play. Obviously, we had the one blue card, which was the penalty kick, but that was a quick goal for the ambush.
Handball on, on the Mustang.
And then, like we said, the second quarter there was they kept it between the yellow lines, didn't they? And it just moved back and forth, and we carried that score over from the first. So it's 3-2. Chicago Mustangs out in front. St. Louis Ambush chasing the one. You know what I did this week, Joe, aside from Thanksgiving? You know what I did? I reached out on the social media in the MASL Off the Wall fan group page. If you're not a fan, find that on the Facebook. It's outstanding for fan-based updates on MASL soccer.
You can find the MASL on Twitter too.
Yeah,
and on Facebook.
Yeah.
So check them out.
You want to tell me something? I'm on the Twitter.
This I know.
At
You are a master of your own Twitterverse.
I appreciate that. I don't know how sexual that was. It's at Too Heavy to Skydive, the number 2 heavy, the number 2 skydive. But yeah, anyway, so I reached out and I said, hey, I called you and we've called 6 of these, a half dozen of these over the course of 3 years here that we've been working with the St. Louis Ambush. And I said,
sure.
I said, fans, tell me something I don't know about this Mustangs team.
And you got quite the response.
I did, man. It's a passionate fan base. They came out and they had fun fact and they had tidbit and info, and I think that's true for every team here in the MSL. So these teams connect with fans and they connect with individuals, and I know we were talking about Taylor Bond earlier, who had put on a shirt for maybe a kid fighting cancer after a goal.
And that's what I figured it was when you had the team name on the back. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Next game for the St. Louis Ambush, December 9th. That's going to be, next home game here at the Family Arena. That's going to be against the Florida Tropics.
Yes, the former owner of the Ambush owns that team.
1-2, I think, so far in the season.
Yeah, that's what I heard as well. And again, you can get your tickets at familyarena.com. You can go to stlouisambush.com as we get set here for the second half of play.
Don't just buy one ticket, Joe. Buy a group of tickets. Bring the kids.
Prices, you can afford a whole bunch of them. This ball is into the ambush zone. Bond there trying to make something happen, and finally the ambush come back. Takata trying to spring Gojakov loose. And again, we talked about how methodic Chicago is with their game. Every single guy on that team, as they kick it up and over into the ambush bench, has an opportunity to, they can create their own space. It's really, really fun to watch, unless you're playing against them. Then if you watch too much of it, game will be over quickly. Ambush now with possession.
We got Kojo here on the high post. Okay, he's going to come out.
Just miss Kostakis there in the corner.
Kind of 2 mindsets to the offense here for the St. Louis Ambush. You want to spread it out, you want to move the ball around, but also you want to crash the box.
Schmerman, big save, rebound, score! Oh, was that a play?
Contreras is able to secure the rebound off Schmerman. Schmerman hits it so hard. It's played by Flores, and it's just going to trickle there to the corner. And then, like we said, Contreras is going to come in and just fire point blank.
Well, and we'll see it here on the replay. Very rare to see them not jump on a rebound. Watch this blast. Schmerman, big save there, and Contreras just turns and roofs it on the ambush. 1:03 into the third quarter.
That is the just announced by Brian Roth, the first professional goal from Carlos Contreras. So congratulations to the Contreras family.
Oh, here, okay. Put that upstairs where the guest bedroom is. Beautiful shot.
Richard Schmerman has not been on a part of the field where he is not open in his entire life.
And a good job there. And the Ambush are going to have to do more of that if they want to stay in this game. And by that, I mean keep shooting. It was a good job. And Schmerman basically made something out of nothing.
Yeah. Well, and Mattingly, like we said, had fought it out of the corner there and worked it over to Schmerman. And he's the strongest guy on the field with that left leg.
And here's another guy I've been impressed with tonight. Cody Blentlinger.
Yeah.
We've seen for the first time.
He's playing like a firecracker.
Got a little scrum here.
Hey, watch the feet, but that's a lot of upper body there when you're battling along the boards.
Can't believe there were no whistles. Referee lets him play there. I like it. Gonzalez turning, shooting, blocked by Garcia. Back come the Ambush. And Blentlinger's going to try and slow it down, and he loses the ball to Gonzalez. Boy, is that goal big for the Ambush.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
If they had any chance at all in this game, they had to come back and score. Big save by Casey Clark. Gonzalez, left foot, all the way open. Oh, and he missed Martinez, who was wide open on the far side of the box.
Real quick to go back to that Paco Garcia attempt, he put so much English on that ball so when Clark goes down, he has to make that body wide and be able to move laterally, and like I said, it's a tough one, and then the rebound's corralled.
Helps to have a wide base there, because that ball is really moving. Here's the Ambush trying to get out of their own end. Schmerman now. Kojakov was held up there, and there's going to be no call. That's Pichardo. Kostakis, they're letting these guys play. Schmerman, nice head ball. Kojakov! And that was wide, couldn't get his knee over the ball. Looked like he may have just touched it with his hands, and now into the box. And dangerous, but Flores able to pick it up. Back comes Chicago. Stolen again by Kojakov. Boy, talk about a guy who's got his head in the game tonight, just really playing hard.
Oh, there's a steal. That's a good play.
And this is going to be a 3-on-2, 4-on-2 if they hurry.
Ortega strips it.
Oh, nice play there defensively by Richard Schmerman. And Stefan St. Louis turns on the Jets. Turns, shoots. Oh, that ball goes just wide. Had Takara on the far side, but he tried going to the far side high and just missed. And what a great play there by Richard Schmerman to steal that ball.
Stefan St. Louis is an athlete who plays soccer. Like he can move, he can fly, and when he gets it on a split, he can do anything he wants with it. Speak of the devil.
There he is trying to shoot here. Oh, there's another big rebound. But this one is taken by Beard. San Luis is going to get rung up for the foul here. Trying to let the Chicago player know. That's Contreras.
If you're keeping,
my bad. Check that. De La Cruz.
If you're keeping track at home, that is Stefan St. Louis' 6th foul of the season.
And he's one of those guys that just his presence, he can foul you just by giving you a cross-eyed look. So fast for a big guy. And this ball goes up and over. And I think that really helps with the loss of an O'Dane Sinclair, another big guy that could just move and was very powerful.
Well, not so differently than, let's say, like football. I mean, you got guys of different size, you got guys of different skill set, and you place them where they need to be. And Stefan St. Louis is a guy who can play, up against the rear dasher. You can put him in the box, and he can create some stuff, i.e. like a Taylor Bond here for these Mustangs.
Corey Dow now. Again, glad to see him come back so quickly. Talked to him last week, wasn't sure exactly when he would play. Just glad it's tonight. Tries to get this one to Kostakis. Boy, what a play there to knock that ball out of the air from Chicago. And here's Martinez. And that's De La Cruz with that play.
I see Martinez in my sleep. This guy's just taking over games.
He's very smooth. Before you know it, he's behind you. And that's why you have to be very, very careful. He's one of those guys that you have to account for him when he's out there. If you don't know where he is, he's near your goal. Look there. Pepe back to his keeper. Clark. Nice job off the boards. Pepe brings it out.
Got a streak. There we go.
Streaking Takara. Takata off the, and that just went a little too far for Kojakov. Otherwise, he would have had his second professional goal. Takata again in front. Good defense from Chicago. And Kojakov trying to get a little something on that ball. He slipped when he, with that plant foot, wasn't able to get quite the power he wanted on it. And with 8:36 left, we are knotted up at 3. This has turned into a good soccer game. Martinez. Pepe, nice job there to block the shot. And the ambush. Give up the goal there, and a left foot from just inside the yellow line.
Yeah, that's Beard.
Mustangs goal, his first of the season, scored by number 4, Ephraim Beard.
And that's just a very, very good shot.
You get him from the weirdest places sometimes, and Ephraim Beard, he settles it right out there in front, and then just kicks it far enough away. Here it is on the replay.
Take a look at it again. There's Martinez on the boards. Nice job by Pepe to not give him any penetration. Back just inside the yellow line. He just lets it go low, far post, and that's a heck of a shot. Nothing Casey Clark can do there. And back they go on top, 4-3. Schmerman, he's open with that left off the boards, and Takata loses his footing there. They're going to lose possession of it. Here's Bond.
Yeah, but he's matched well by McGregor.
Bond in front. Turning off the boards. And luckily there, that wasn't goal number 5. Garcia, head of steam, goes the other side.
Good pass.
Flores out. And Blentlinger gives it back to Garcia. In the corner it goes. Who wants it? Garcia gets it, but blocked there in front.
Turn on.
Ross McGregor hammers one, and that is up and over.
Just got underneath of that one, but that's an opportunity you want if you're Ross McGregor. You can score there.
Boy. And again, the pace of this game has picked up a little bit. And as we take a timeout here, 7:25 left in the third quarter. We're going to step aside for just a second. The ambush tied the game a minute 3 into the quarter. But Chicago has come back and taken a 4-3 lead. The rest of this one should be good. Thank you for watching and listening on YouTube, on MASL TV. This is St. Louis Ambush Soccer. Back to live play here. 7:25 left in the third quarter. Ambush down by a goal. 4-3. Tied it up. But Chicago has just taken the lead a couple of short minutes ago. It's going to be a restart. And whose ball is it? It's going to be ambush ball. Corey Dow. Big shot there. Kostakis tries to get something going. Be careful. Bond is open. Dowell on top of him there. No call in front.
Too far.
And luckily there, that ball went too wide for Flores. Otherwise, he's all alone in front against Casey Clark for an easy tap it. 6:53 left here in the third quarter. Ambush down by 1.
Flores with it. Flores looking ahead.
And here is Flores. He's going to bring the ball up. And Chicago with possession. Deep in the ambush zone. And we're going to get a whistle there. And with 6:25 left. Ambush still down by a goal. Here's Cody Kostakis near side, trying to go long ball for Stefan San Luis. That one's intercepted. Vaca back to his keeper, dangerously in front, but he clears it. Pepe gets beat there.
Oh, that's such
comes
a tough
back.
ball. That's such a tough ball.
Oh, along the boards, and Casey Clark just picks it up. So this quarter has gone by so far in a hurry. Less than 6 minutes left. Ambush down by a goal. Into the corner. Contreras there. Good job by Chicago. Keep it out of trouble. All the way up top. And be careful here. Wide open is Rojas. Vaca now. In the corner. Turns. Shoots. And a good job there to block it.
Oh, there we go.
Are the ambush. And back they come.
Pepe.
Ahead of steam. Pepe has to step on the ball here and slow down the pace a little bit. Takata to Garcia. Garcia now. Looking, goes all the way into the Chicago zone. Takata intercepts. Can't get a shot there.
Kojo goes
and
down.
Kojo tripped up. Doesn't like the no call. But back it comes to Flores. Chicago in their own zone. Just under 5 left in the third quarter. Ambush down 4-3. It's been a very tight game. And Flores is going to come all the way out to midfield. Trying to get that offense going for Chicago. Here's Martinez. And again, very methodic is Chicago. Just picking their spots. They do a very good job to create their own space, whether it's the individual player with the ball or even away from the ball. They do a really nice job. In front, blocked there by Richard Schmerman. Head of steam. In front, be careful here. Turning, shooting. And Clark is going to get a 2-minute penalty for a handball.
Cannot play it outside of the box.
As he was outside of the box. The ambush are going to argue that call, but it did look to us, up here at least.
Yeah, that'll be fruitless for the ambush.
Let's see if we can't try and find the replay there.
So this penalty kick, this is different. All right, here's the replay right here.
And here it is. And I'm thinking this is a good call. Let's watch it again. Yeah, Clark clearly out of the box there as he touches it. And hard to argue that call.
So Martinez is going to have the restart here. And I'm not saying he's 100% on these, but
boy, this is really, really tough. One-on-one. It's Martinez against Casey Clark. Chicago already up by 1 with 4:13 left.
Power play opportunity here for the Mustangs.
Will they go up by 2, or will Casey Clark make a huge save here and give his team the momentum?
So Cast is going to take the penalty for Clark, because Clark can't go to the penalty box. That's just not fair. So here's the restart.
Martinez turns, makes a move, shooting off the post. Rebound is blocked. And the ambush dodge a big bullet there.
I mean, that's 2 high-caliber athletes, Martinez and Clark. And Clark in that single matchup gets the better of him. So it'll be 5-on-4 soccer for the next 1 minute and 35 seconds.
And that is huge. Now, if the ambush, it's a tall task, can kill off this man advantage, they cannot. Bond.
Taylor
Turns,
Bond
shoots, and scores.
left unmarked in the middle, and he is going to score because he's not a guy who misses. And that's what you do on the power play. That's what good teams do.
And boy, oh boy, they dodged a bullet, but they could not avoid the bomb. Nice setup here by Chicago as you see Martinez.
A little inside-out game.
Into the box, and then everybody out of position there. And all he had to do was slide it into the open net.
Well, and when you're
they go up 5-3.
When you're on the penalty kill, obviously you're playing the zone defense, and the way to beat the zone is with the pass. And Chicago knows that. That's elementary at this level.
Second goal of the game. And the ambush now chasing a 2-goal lead. Giveaway here. Nice job by Casey out of his own net. Watch out. Ooh, just missed the far post, did Martinez. And the ambush hemmed into their own zone. On their heels here. 3:15 left in the third quarter. That ball up in the air. Who wants it?
50-50 won by Chicago.
Martinez with a shot. Nice block by Ross McGregor. Good job to get it out of his own end. Here's Dowell. Dowell being hounded by two different Mustangs, and he finally boards Martinez. He's going to get rung up there. Just under 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Ambush now down 5-3 after giving up a power play goal there. And they got to be very careful to not go down by 3, because that's a tough, tough road. McGregor. To Kostakis. Turns, slows it down.
How good is Cody playing right now? Cody Kostakis is just relentless.
This one deep into the Chicago zone. That's an easy save.
Quick
and
outlet.
Back they come. Baca turning in front.
The captain, Chris
Another
Manley.
big shot. And that one's finally clear.
There's a play, Kojo.
Kojakov. Nice job to keep that ball. Keeps it in front of him, and he still hasn't lost it.
Oh, he goes into the dasher hard, but he's a tough kid. He's up.
Into the boards he goes. Like incidental contact there. And with less than 2 minutes left, here comes Chicago again. 5-3 lead Mustangs. Ambush with a good opportunity there. Be nice to see them close that gap before the end of the quarter and make it a 1-goal game again. Chicago trying to go up by 3. Here they are. There's Bond again. Turning, shooting, and that ball goes up and over. Luckily, he had that labeled for the top corner.
Well, and that's vintage Taylor Bond. I mean, we've seen him score that goal countless times in this league.
Just glad that one decided to stay out of the net. Stephon St. Louis into the Chicago end. Pepe off the boards in front.
Just doesn't
and
care him.
Unfortunately, Flores makes the easy save. 1:10 left in the third. Good job there by Garcia to intercept. See if we can turn it into an opportunity here for the ambush. They're going to slow it down again. And there's 1 minute left in the third quarter. Ambush down by 2. Having trouble getting out of their own end. De La Cruz. Stockus, a good move there on Martinez, and he makes some room. Back he comes. He goes far side. Pepe off the boards, in front. Oh, just crossed the goal mouth. Contreras now, near side, makes a move. Off the boards. Has the ball. Flores comes out, tries to clear, and does. Contreras now. To Garcia. Garcia with a nice move. Flicks it on to Kostakis. And that one goes into the box, and Flores makes another easy save. And with 10 seconds left in the third quarter, Chicago trying to add another one here. 5 seconds. 3 seconds. And that should about do it for the third quarter. End of the third. The St. Louis ambush tied the game early in the third, but they come back and they give up 2 more. And they're down by 2. 1 quarter left to play. And the Ambush have got their work cut out for them. Alongside Fred Slow, I'm Joe De Niro. You're watching St. Louis Ambush Soccer live on YouTube on MASL TV. Welcome back to the Family Arena, where the Ambush have some work to do. Last quarter of play coming up. They're down by 2, 5-3. Ambush a good start to the quarter, but the Chicago Mustangs poured in 2 more, and that's where we stand right now. Again, the pace of this game has been very good, but it just seems like, again, Chicago, when they flip that switch, they're very, very hard to defend. Ambush ball. Long ball for McGregor. And that ball, as McGregor hits the turf, is going to be stolen. And Chicago with possession now. And back in his own zone, Camarena. Going to go back to his keeper. We're going to see a lot of Flores in this quarter trying to push the pace as he is here. Camarena off the boards. Mattingly to his keeper. Little miscommunication there. Careful here. Casey Clark, a nice save. On a tough one to see. Pichardo with a shot there. I was going to get aggressive here. Okay. Clark. Kojikov. Turning. And a nice job there by, oh, that's a terrible call.
That's not on Martinez?
That's an awful call. Martinez tripped over the turf as he was passing Kojikov, and Kojikov gets rung up for the call. That's awful.
Okay.
Just because the guy falls doesn't mean somebody tripped him. That's awful.
From experience, I've fallen many times.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall. So you fall hard.
I meant fail. I didn't mean fall. I failed many times.
Oh,
I'm
right.
sorry. My self-esteem.
13:30 left. In the third quarter, Ambush down by 2. Richard Schmerman, who's had a pretty good ball game.
Yeah, pretty good start to the season.
Nice job there to break it for St. Louis. Numbers for the ambush. Oh, that ball's just a little too far. Kostakis, he gets around Flores, but can't put it in. Tough angle there.
It is. That's an extreme angle for Kostakis. Yep, Schmerman's open.
And Schmerman trying to get that left foot unleashed as now he heads off for a change. Cody Kostakis. As the ambush going to change it up. Contreras in front and doesn't get the bounce that he wants. Looking for San Luis in front, but an easy save for Flores. Back comes Chicago. Very dangerous in the offensive zone. Watch him here, Vaca. That ball's in front.
Oh,
turning, and
block.
That was a golden opportunity there. And that was Rodrigo Flores, number 9 for Chicago. And that one was labeled. Good job by Stefan San Luis. Keeps possession, but then he tries to go back to his keeper off the boards. And it goes into the Chicago Mustang bench. And again, Fred, the ambush, they're going to have to push the pace in this quarter. And when they get down there into the offensive zone, they're going to have to try and find a way to get more shots on Flores. 12-17 left in the game. Chicago by 2. Dos Santos. And another heel ball here. They do that a lot. Good steal there by Mattingly.
Corey Dow.
That is Corey Dow. Mattingly has the armband.
Corey Dow tried to get fancy and just not a fancy man. He loses at midfield.
Yeah, he didn't have a lot of help there either. He had 3 red jerseys around him. That's pretty tough. Flores now pushing it up into the ambush zone. Heel ball to Dos Santos. He rolls it around. And a nice job there by Contreras to create some traffic. And the man they call Pee-wee with the ball right now. That is number 5 for the Mustangs, Luis Ortega. Another guy with some moves. Here's Martinez. Nice pass to Bond. And Bond moving, shooting, big arm save, rebound, and he kicks that one up and over, and he knows he missed a huge opportunity for a hat trick right there.
Well, and there's always a cheering section for Taylor Bondwies, and he's from St. Charles, Illinois. Don't know if you know, but just
I was aware of that.
Yeah, just
that's on the other side of the bridge. I'm quite sure.
40. You wouldn't know. It's Illinois. It's
oh yeah, it's over there.
Yeah, just 45 short minutes from the Family Arena.
Sure.
What is it?
Bond again. Fingertip save there by Casey Clark. And look out, Chicago. And they're saying Schmerman with a handball there, and the refs blow it off. I don't know how. Looked like it caught him right under the armpit.
Oh, okay.
And here's a boarding call on Kojakov.
Oh, makeup call. Did you say boarding? I thought it was a makeup call. That's similar to boarding.
10:38 left in the game. Flores now. And you'd think with a 2-goal lead, Chicago would just try and slow it down a little bit, and they've done anything but. They're trying to add to their 2-goal lead. The ambush has got to try and find a way to sneak one in here. And you hear this phrase all the time, but the next goal truly is a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Nice job, Schmerman. Takata waiting, getting it over to Garcia. A little too strong for him, and Martinez now giving chase. He steals.
Powers it
oh
away.
my goodness, now he creates a 2-on-1.
This is big.
So smooth. In front, turns, Martinez off the post. He had an easy goal and missed it. And the ambush have been very, very lucky this quarter, because some of these chances for Chicago have looked like gimmies.
It's a very non-Efrain Martinez game, isn't it? Because he missed on the penalty kick. He's missing on wide open goals. There's something that's just not clicking tonight for him. And this Chicago Mustang team, they could be up 4 goals right now.
My goodness. Keeper's best friend, the goalpost, with that last save. 9:10 left in the game. And hopefully the ambush can turn some of these missed opportunities from the Mustangs into pay dirt for themselves. We'll have to see. Flores comes all the way up to midfield.
We are under 9
They are
minutes.
slowing that pace down just a little bit, but don't kid yourself. They're still trying to find the back of the ambush net. Ambush pressing a little bit with Cast. 8:38 left in this ball game. Chicago now just playing a little catch in their own zone. They go deep now. Stolen. Good job there. Stephon St. Louis got a break. Moving in. Stopping it to Cast. To St. Louis, who was trying to get off there. He finally does. And thought he was going to have an opportunity. A really good job there by Chicago to get 3 red jerseys all over it. Here's Kostakis. See if the ambush can at least get a scoring opportunity out of this. Pepe now. Kostakis goes off. Mattingly comes on. And I know it's him. I see the armband. In the corner, off the boards it goes. Blindlinger turns, shoots, and hits the post. Takata.
He's open.
Rebound in front. Oh, what a save by Flores right on the doorstep.
He's unreal.
Was Pepe.
Half man, half octopus.
And Flores makes an unbelievable save right on the doorstep. Wow.
Unofficially, that's his millionth save of his career.
And it's going to be a dangerous restart here for the ambush. Let's see if they want to take a timeout and talk about it.
You know, I don't think I would here. I think you have the momentum right now.
7:26 left in the game. And they are going to take a timeout. This is a very important play here for the St. Louis ambush. They can convert. It'll be back to a 1-goal deficit. Boy, what an exciting soccer game this has been so far, though. The ambush hanging in there and not giving the Mustangs a chance to separate themselves.
All right. What's your name?
This is the biggest lead of the night for the Mustangs, 5-3.
St. Louis, all
And
right,
I
we're here
probably
with a
don't
trivia
have to
question.
tell you, Fred Slow, that if they make it a 3-goal lead, that's, you don't want to call it insurmountable, but it's a really, really tough task against a very good Chicago Mustang soccer team.
Is it A, Captain Ambush,
7:26 left in this one.
or C, Mr. Ambush?
We're going to step aside for just 1 second
What's your answer?
and be back with the rest
you're
of the fourth
correct.
quarter. Ambush down 5-3. You're watching on YouTube on MASL TV. This is St. Louis Ambush Soccer. Back live at the Family Arena, and highway robbery just a second ago by Flores, as you can see here on the replay. Off the boards it goes.
Blindlinger and Contreras had an
Takata
opportunity. Yep.
Gets it, turns and shoots. Great save there. The rebound comes in. Contreras with a foot save. He got that left hoof up there and made an unbelievable save.
That was the replay, and you missed the restart, but it was not much of an effort by the ambush. Chicago with it. They have an opportunity here. It's a 3-on-2. Chicago's pressing in front. And
Boy, oh boy. And that's a ball that Casey Clark, again.
Paco Garcia puts it in the back of the net from point blank. And we talked about what he can do with the ball earlier.
And we'll show the replay here. And Casey Clark is going to kick himself when he sees this one.
The captain, Chris
Turns
Manley,
and
gets
he
turned
was
around.
now he was shielded by Richard Smurman was in front, but
Well, if you're in front, you want to put your body there, and
you got to try and get that. You got to get your whole body in front of that ball, and Casey Clark was unable to do it. Nice shot there.
So
and Chicago goes up by 3. So that's just what we wanted not to happen.
7:10 remaining in the game. St. Louis Ambush on the attack.
And now they're going to have to pull out all the stops. Garcia in front. And it's a goal! Contreras hits it off Pee Wee's foot. And the Ambush come back quickly.
Well, questions have answers, and Contreras had that one. Immediate pressure from St. Louis coming out of the goal by the Chicago Mustangs. Here it is on the replay. So it's going to be working, and it looks like that's Garcia there. He's going to working around the dasher, and it's a good opportunity. And what you're going to do is you're going to play it there, so you're going to get not quite a wall score as it's deflected in off a Chicago Mustangs defender. That's Ortega. St. Louis Ambush have cut the lead to 2, 4-6,
Yep.
with 6:50 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Not the way Pee Wee wanted to put one into the back of the net tonight, but you can't fault him. He's been pretty darn good other than that one blemish. Wrong place, right time. And with 6:35 left, the Ambush have cut it back to 2. Contreras with the steal.
I'll put one up.
Takata, nice move. Turning with the left. And a nice steal by,
There you go, get off the boards. There you go.
Pee Wee trying to make up for that play. He falls, they're going to let him play on. Watch Chicago here. Flores, near side. Off the boards, in front. Another easy one that should have been in.
Yeah, Dos Santos is, well, he's not kicking the ball, but he's kicking himself.
Dos Santos missed another golden opportunity. Again, the Ambush have a huge opportunity to come back and cut it to 1. This game, if it hadn't been for some of the miscues from Chicago, they've might have been over a few minutes ago. Pepe now. Nice move. Turning, shooting, and a big block there by Edwin Rojas. 5:40 left in the game. Ambush down by 2. Trying to push up and make something happen here. Heel ball to Cast. Cast being marked there. Good job to retain possession. Loses it, but Pepe gets it back. Along the boards he goes. And they finally clear it. It's a 2-on-1, but Martinez looks like he held up a little bit. And they're going to just sink back into a defensive shell. In front, Blentlinger turning, and Flores gets a toe on it, and he's able to clear it out. Another nice play by the keeper.
They just battled Blentlinger out. They pushed him towards the dasher. Here's Blentlinger with the takeaway. Handball. It's going to be a handball.
And they're going to call.
It's going to be Flores. Played it on the ground.
Flores with the foul. Ambush restart here. 4:46 left. Down by 2.
Rodrigo Flores, first of the
The
half.
sense of urgency is turned up. Schmerman, that one well wide. I think he was looking more for a rebound than anything. Schmerman got it, but nobody there. Takata off the boards in front, and Flores, perfect positioning. Makes a relatively easy stop from his knees. 4:25 left in the game, and Chicago wants to talk about it now.
A lot of pressure.
Take a timeout.
There's been a lot of St. Louis Ambush pressure here
I think
since.
that's probably what they want to discuss, how to beat the full field press. We'll take a short break as well. Be back right after this as the Ambush still chasing 2 goals with 4:22 left in the ball game, trying to keep the Chicago Mustangs from going 3-0, the first MASL team to do so. We'll see how successful they are right after this. You're watching St. Louis Ambush Soccer on YouTube on MASL TV. Back to live action, 4:20 left in this game. Ambush down by 2. Chicago with the ball. Chicago with the timeout. We're assuming they wanted to talk it over about.
Probably talked about their feelings. It's a long ride home tonight. Got a game tomorrow. Stop for dinner. Flores plays it out of bounds.
Who's nice.
Yeah. How was your Thanksgiving? Good.
4:03 left. And the ambush. That clock is starting to become a factor. Here's a giveaway. Bond. Going to slow it down.
And I'm sure this is absolutely what they went over in the timeout.
Yep, going to try and play a little keep away. Just under 4 minutes left. In front it goes, and a nice job by Mattingly to head it back to his keeper, and now the ambush want to take a timeout and talk it over.
Well, it's a game of chess now, isn't it? So Armando Gamboa calls the timeout, and he's going to settle the game, and then Tony Glavin says, well, if you're going to settle the game, I'm going to unsettle it.
I see your timeout, and I raise you one.
Here's a fun fact about both head coaches of the Ambush and the Chicago Mustangs, both in the ownership role of their teams. So that's the only two, and they are both here tonight.
Pretty darn cool.
Pretty darn cool.
And Tony Glavin has been a staple of the St. Louis community ever since he was a star player for the St. Louis Steamers back in the early 80s.
I'll tell you what I want is a cooler nickname, and Tony Glavin has one.
The Pocket Rocket.
Come on now.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
Yeah. We'll think about that. I'll come up with something. I'll give you some options for next broadcast.
My own nickname?
Yeah.
You know, I have, Joe, ventured into the broadcasting world of pro wrestling, as you are fully aware.
Right.
And I've tried many a different alias.
None stuck, huh?
Just cannot get anyone
Any
to
with a
accept.
mask?
What's that?
Did you have any alias with a mask?
Well, no, I've never actually wrestled. I only talk about wrestling.
All right. Well, I mean, you can still be, you know, the Stephen A. Smith of the wrestling world.
The sole reason that I broadcast soccer is because I'm not athletic enough to play soccer.
Yeah. Preaching to the choir there. I used to be.
But yeah, if you would, hashtag Freddie Fame. It's never taken.
Yeah, we'll think about that. We'll come up with something.
And I hand out nicknames regularly.
If something age appropriate. Ambush now have elected for the 6th attacker. It's going to be Kentaro Takada. And they were able to score twice last game with it. Almost stolen. Takada finally does lose it.
Let up the elbow of St. Louis, not a handball.
And the Ambush very lucky there as they were.
That's
go up and over.
Just the worst bounce.
They were not on the short side of that one. This is going to be tough. This is a team that can definitely break you down with that 6th attacker if you don't get possession. That's going to be a 3-line violation, and that's
opportunity here for the Ambush.
Just what the Ambush needed there. And again, for those of you folks at home, you see the yellow, the white, and the other yellow line. You cannot kick those over all 3 lines, or it will be reset back in your own zone, like it is here. Takada and San Luis. Big drive, and it's a field goal try. It would have been good. Unfortunately, we needed a lot lower than that. Missed opportunity there. 3:10 left in the game. Ambush down by 2. Need to get one here. And it's not easy against this Chicago Mustang squad. Not a whole lot of green out there for the Ambush. Ross McGregor. Good job there. Back to San Luis.
Looking for some movement up front.
San Luis now near the yellow line. 2:43 left. Takada in the corner. Dramatic. This ball is kicked in front, and hopefully that goes up and over. It won't, and that ball will easily go into the net, and Mr. Bond has his hat trick.
Not once, not twice, but 3 times is a hat trick. Taylor Bond has all but put the last nail in the coffin. as Chicago Mustangs extend their lead to 3, 7-4, with just 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in this matchup.
And it's unfortunate because this Ambush team has played very hard tonight. It's just not making the most of the missed opportunities for Chicago. If you're able to turn a couple of those into goals of your own, Chicago had plenty of chances in this quarter to put it away early, and they missed some golden opportunities, but the Ambush just couldn't get within more than one goal. And this one Clark going to be really tough now. Ambush are going to have to expect a miracle here. Would be nice to see them get 2 quick ones like they did the other night.
'Tis the season for miracles, Joe.
We shall see, Tiny Tim. And you're not going to do it like that, knocking it out of.
Say it ain't so, Joe.
Under 2 minutes left here.
Oh, it's a late call.
And it's a very late call. Is it going to go the Ambush direction? It is. Oddly enough, looked like it might have been a handball 10 minutes ago.
I'll see it once.
The intent was there to make the right call.
If I'm Clark, I'm shooting.
Giveaway here. Takata steals. Can't hang on to it. Boy, oh boy. They just swallow that ball up. Like a piece of fish food with piranhas, man. They're all over it.
Well, this Chicago Mustang team sucks, and by that I mean they suck up the ball. They will just take it right off the carpet. Yeah,
It's unbelievable.
Basically the dirt devil, the devil of dirt.
For sure. Minute and a half left now. Chicago just trying to play keep away for another few minutes. Intent on doing that.
Or not.
And going to try and maybe tally another one here too.
Oh, careful.
Trying to puff those stats up. Minute 15 left. Ambush now running out of gas. And Chicago looks like they just started, at least with the folks on the floor now. 1 minute left in the contest. Ambush down by 3. We'll go 0-3 on the season. And at the opposite end of the spectrum, Chicago will improve to 3-0, the first team in the MASL to do that this season.
Yeah, I would say watch out, MASL. The Chicago Mustangs team is they're playing at a very high level.
Yep. Very talented. And with 30 seconds left, a save there by Casey Clark in the corner, and Kojakov's going to get the call. See if the Ambush can at least bring it back to within 2. Another giveaway. Boy, oh boy. Martinez tees it up, and that just missed
plays wide.
the far side. 15 seconds left in this one. One last rush, perhaps. Here's Cast. Nice move. 8 seconds. Turning.
He's doing enough with it.
One too many moves, and the time is going to run out. So the Chicago Mustangs are going to improve to 3-0 as they win this soccer game 7-4 over the St. Louis Ambush. And again, we've seen some good things, but just can't quite put it all together yet for the St. Louis Ambush team. Some decent chemistry, it's just not all there quite yet.
The Mustangs improved to 3-0 on the season. The St. Louis Ambush fall to 0-3. The all-time matchup of this series is now 6-1 in favor of the Chicago Mustangs. 7-4, 3-goal victory for the Mustangs. Not indicative of the pace of play, in my opinion. Mustangs could have done more. Missed opportunities for Chicago.
Well, they're going to have an opportunity tomorrow afternoon. It's a 3 o'clock game at the Sears Center. Again, it'll be on YouTube.
Yep.
MASL TV, if you'd like to check it out there.
Find that. Subscribe.
And then the Ambush will travel on December 3rd, that's next Friday night, to Milwaukee to take on the Milwaukee Wave. Won't be back here until December 9th. 7:35 start against the Florida Tropics. and former St. Louis Ambush owner Andrew Haynes and company. We'll see some folks we haven't seen in a while. Freddie Mugin among the names. That'll do it from here, though. Tonight, good effort. Just couldn't get quite over the hump, and the Ambush have lost their third straight game. The Mustangs now 3-0. Same two teams again tomorrow afternoon at 3:05. This one in Chicago. And you can watch it right here on YouTube on MASL TV. MASL TV. That's Fred Slow. I'm Joe De Niro. Our thanks to all of you for tagging along. Our guy Jack in the booth for making us look.
The whole production team. Outstanding.
Absolutely. Everybody here for making us seem like we know what we're doing. We'll talk to you again on December 9th at 7:35 against the Florida Tropics. Until then, have a great rest of the weekend, everybody. The Ambush dropped this one 7-4. They'll play again at 3:05 tomorrow afternoon against this same Chicago Mustang team. That'll do it for us here from the Family Arena. Good night, everybody.
Good job, everyone. GG.